welcome to week 4 of the 2022-23 season of BuccsWeekly, and we're sitting with Covington coach Austin Morgan, and the Bucks are coming off of a loss over at Mechanicsburg, a very, very good Mechanicsburg team with a lot of tradition. So, Coach, can you explain your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, Mechanicsburg, they're a really good program. Excuse me, and they came out and they showed a lot of toughness, which we kind of expected coming in, and they play a style of football that we kind of want to mirror in a way, and they play hard, they play tough, they play aggressive. And it was really good for our kids to kind of see that, because there's not that many teams in the state of Ohio that play that way. For us, we get to see a lot of them. We play St. Henry, Mechanicsburg, and Versailles and scrimmages and all those guys. But it's really good for our kids to get experience against teams that play at that level, because I don't think that many people get opportunities to do that. So we're just kind of grateful for the opportunity to go out there and show what we can get better at.
There were situations in the game that didn't go our way, obviously, but the kids, they never wavered. It's just amazing how they stay positive, they have each other's back, they continue to play hard.
Yep.
Let's talk about some of the effort our kids gave, even in the situations they were in.
Yeah. So one of our kind of things we say with our culture is don't flinch. Whenever the opportunity presents itself, we don't want to be the kid in the pool that's putting his toe in the pool and putting his toe in the pool. Like we say, forget it, man, just dive in. Who cares? Like, who cares if it's cold or whatnot? So we say don't flinch. When the guy's bigger than you, stronger than you, maybe more athletic than you, don't flinch. Just go swing. Just go attack. Go fight. And I thought our kids they do that really well. They always go and swing first. They always go attack. And so I love their kind of that not flinching mindset they have, because it doesn't matter if it's the first quarter, second quarter, fourth quarter. They're going to keep swinging at you. They're going to keep fighting. And it's awesome to watch them do that, because I think it makes you proud as a coach to see that there's guys that are willing to do that for the guys around them. So it's really cool.
You mentioned like kids putting their toe in the water. A couple kids that saw their first action of their careers, Leland Brown and
Jacob Bamaggio.
Yeah. When they went out there, you kind of see their deer in headlights. But after their first, second, third play, you could tell they were loving it.
Yeah, this is why I love football. Any kid, no matter who you are, I don't care how tough you think you are. If you've never played varsity football before, it's scary going in. I don't care how tough you think you are. And so the cool part was, after the game, those guys were just so excited that they were a part of that. They were so excited they got to play on varsity on Friday night. And I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, because it was cool watching their reaction, because they've been putting work in all summer long, right? Some of those guys have been working since December in the weight room, right? And so they finally got to showcase some of the stuff they've been doing. And I'll never forget Jacob Bamaggio at the end of the game coming over to me how much he loves this game of football, and he's so excited, and how kind of juiced up he was to be a part of that. So I think it's cool for those guys that they kind of got the first varsity experience, and they can say it was against Mechanicsburg, which is a heck of a team. So. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. And what is also cool is, we've talked about Brian Morrison a lot. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we had this conversation a little bit earlier today. Pound for pound, he might be one of the toughest kids I've seen in a long, long time. And he really showed that Friday night, because he was hurting and he would not relent. He would not give in.
Yeah. We had some different kids out for different various reasons, and so Brian kind of got shuffled around a little bit and had to play a position that he has not played too often, playing running back. He's been playing receiver all year. And so he just said, I mean, he's the kind of kid, he doesn't question at all. He just says, what's next? Don't flinch, attack. And he's that kind of kid. And so he played running back, and he's not the biggest guy, right? Small body. And he was just putting his nose down and punching the ball in there. And getting banged up every play, getting hit. By halftime, he was limping around. But he told me, because I was trying to find a sub for him to get him out of special teams. He looked at me and said, don't you take me out. Yeah, I'm staying in here. And it was just like,
that's Brian.
All right, yeah, you got it. And he's the kind of kid that people love to have on their team, because a level of effort and toughness that he shows on a daily basis really is an inspiration to the guys around him. So I can't speak highly enough of Brian. I mean, he's one of the best.
Yeah, you know what? I think his nickname should be Pound for Pound, because the dude is tough. And it was obvious that the Mechanicsburg coach noticed the toughness of our kids and effort our kids gave under the circumstances they were in, because he came over and talked to the kids after the game, and that was awesome.
Yeah. So Kurt Forrest is the Mechanicsburg head coach's name. He's a class act. He's been there for quite a while now. He played football at Mechanicsburg. I mean, that's his home, right? And me and him talked a little bit before, and he's been in a lot of the same situations that we're in right now, as low numbers, a lot of young kids, and he just wanted to come over and talk to our kids and let them know how proud he was of the effort they were showing, and the energy and the kind of the enthusiasm, because we have, I don't know, I mean, kids on our sideline, but it sounds like we have 40 kids on our sideline, But so, anyways, Kurt, he comes over and tells a story about he's been through it himself as a player, as a coach, and as long as you stick together and you fight through the adversity, the great stuff will come. And coming from him, who's been a guy who's had a ton of success at Mechanicsburg, I think our kids really resonate with what he was saying, because I don't think success comes that easy. You got to go through some hard stuff to get to where you want to get to, and that's kind of the message he was trying to give to our kids, and tell them how proud he was of their toughness, of sticking it out and playing through things where a lot of guys might not stick it out through, and they were just he was blown away with the way our kids handled themselves and with the toughness that they showed and the enthusiasm. So he felt compelled to come tell our kids that after the game. And so it was a cool moment for me, for the kids, for our program as a whole. So I mean, I can't thank him enough at all for doing that, because it meant a lot to our kids.
Well, and hopefully the kids really took to that, because next week, or this week, this Friday, we bring back a rivalry with Bradford, which we will talk first with junior lineman Grayson Wills, and then we'll come back and talk about the game Friday against Bradford with Coach Morgan. We're back with week 4 of Bucks Weekly with junior offensive and defensive lineman Grayson Wills, who entered the season as the only returning letterman on the offensive line. So Grayson, you have the most experience on the team. What does it mean to you to be able to pass along some of your experience and knowledge and experience to a lot of the younger kids that are on the team?
Well, you just really have to humble yourself and be unselfish about it, and just teach them up, because it's a pretty young line.
Okay, and what do you want to see out of the offensive line, defensive line, plus the team as a whole for the remainder of the year?
I just want to see them just continually getting better and just always maximizing themselves and everything on and off the field.
Okay, so what do you do as far as yourself? What do you do to improve as a player yourself and also as a leader?
Oh, you always have to show up, like weightlifting, and just practice, and just knowing when to turn on the harsh mode and turning it back off, to be patient with it.
Okay, well, we have Bradford rivalry this week, and I hope you guys have a really good game, and good luck. And up next, we will finish up with Coach Morgan, who will give us a little bit of an introduction of Bradford and what they bring to the table. We're back with week 4 of Bucks Weekly with Coach Austin Morgan, and this Friday night, Covington travels over to Bradford to face what used to be the biggest rivalry that we had for years, since 1947. The Bradford Railroaders, two communities, everybody knows each other from each community, and it's really been a heated rivalry over the years. But the last time we played Bradford was 2017, which, man, that's 5 years ago. It's hard to believe, but it's got to be really cool for the kids to bring that rivalry back and get to play Bradford.
Yeah, one of the cool things with sports in general is rivalries. It's one of the things that, especially in small towns where, like you mentioned, a lot of guys from Covington will know some Bradford guys, so it's pretty cool. With the rivalry, I've heard some stories, of the past, and I've kind of gotten a little bit of history lessons on the Bradford rivalries, because I wasn't here for the past. So I'm excited for our kids to play in that environment. Any type of high energy environment is always fun to be a part of, and so yeah, it's a cool experience. I'm glad that our kids get to be a part of that and kind of get to showcase their talents in that.
And Bradford's kind of in a way same situation we're in as far as number-wise, but you got to see them last week. So what do they bring to the table?
Yeah, they're kind of a typical team, pretty balanced offense, balanced defense. They got a few good players. Our emphasis all week has not really been about Bradford, because I know a lot of times people will fixate on a lot of the outcome stuff. Our mindset has been fully on, it's about us. It's about what we do. It's about how we act, how we execute, how we show up, how we start. Because I think at the end of the day, if you focus on those things, the outcome will take care of itself. We talk about certain the outcome. Let's focus on the process that gets us where we want to get to, and then the outcome will take care of itself. So for us, we've been just kind of head down, focusing on our film, our studies, and how we practice, how we behave, how we lift, to hopefully that gets us to where we need to be to. So I'm excited for Bradford. I'm excited for our guys to go show how they've improved since last week and the film work and all those different things.
So what do you want to see out of the kids come Friday night? What do you want to see? Like, what are you looking for from the improvement side of it?
Yeah, so I mentioned the same things last week. Playing green, executing, and it'll be a chance for our guys to really go compete with somebody, and be in a game where we can really compete. Which it's cool. I'm a big competitor myself, and I love being in games where we compete. So I think this is an awesome opportunity for us to execute. I thought it's something that we need to keep working on. I mentioned it last week, and I think it needs to be a lot better still, and our kids kind of agree with that. And they've been putting a ton of work in, watching those first steps, head placement, hand placement, improving. So I'm excited to watch them showcasing their talents and the work they've been doing these last couple of weeks.
Well, it's going to be a great night. I mean, this is awesome. Covington against Bradford. It's been 5 years since you've heard that. So hopefully it's at Bradford, and you know there's going to be a big Bradford crowd, and hopefully there'll be a lot of Covington people over there. Everybody knows each other. Come over and root for the kids. Root for the kids on both teams, because it'd be great to see both programs thrive, and it'd be great to see the rivalry every year. See the Bucks and the Roaders play every year. How cool would that be? That would be awesome. So good luck, Covington. Good luck, Bradford. But go Bucks.
Go Bucks.